Coming up on this edition of This is DuBois High, what's it like to be on the mock trial team with your twin brother? But first, let's take a look at the 2016 musical, Disney's High School Musical.
Hey, Julian Gregorio here with This is DuBois High, and I have an interview now with Nate Horner and Molly Scheffler. They're both here with DuBois Area High School's High School Musical.
Yes.
I'm aware it's actually called High School Musical.
Yes, it is.
All right, Nate, tell us about the musical. You're a lead. Nate is the lead, and Molly Scheffler is our student choreographer. So Nate.
Yes. Well, I play Troy Bolton. The classic, iconic Disney character, and I don't know. So far, it's been a fun show. It's fun to step into those characters' shoes and do something that we all watched growing up. It's very interesting and it's very fun. Cheesy, but fun.
Okay. Molly, you're the student choreographer. I've never heard of a student choreographer, but that's really interesting. So how did you become the student choreographer?
Well, I had originally wanted to sign up for the musical, but I decided that being on stage just wasn't for me. And I saw in the announcements that Mrs. Hackett was looking for a student director. So I told her that I wanted to be in. She's like, great, we could use you. And Mrs. Bell actually came to me after that, and she's like, I've heard that you're a dancer, and I would like to have your help with the choreography and teaching the students.
That's awesome. So you've been dancing for a while then?
Yes, actually my whole life. Wow. Since I was like 2.
That's awesome. Nate, you told us you are Troy Bolton in High School Musical.
Troy Bolton, yes.
Yes, I'm very excited to see that. I want to know, what is one thing about this musical that you want to share with the world right now? One nugget of information.
One thing. I don't know. For me, it's just fun to do something that I watched growing up, because when I was growing up, High School Musical was coming out. Everyone was freaking out about it, and everyone wanted to be Troy Bolton. When I was a kid, every boy wanted to be Troy Bolton and have these girls running after them, and so I think it's fun and crazy that I get to play that role right now, and just go up there and have a good time and bring the show to all these kids, a big audience. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, I am as well. I want to know, you mentioned Troy Bolton. I want to know for both of you, I don't know if that's your role model personally, but I want to know for Molly and Nate, the question is, do you have any role models for either dancing or acting?
Role models. Do you want to go first?
I don't know if I really have anyone specific on mine.
Mine are Shakira and Beyonce, personally.
Nice.
Nate, what? Am I right that it's Troy Bolton? I can see it in your eyes.
Troy Bolton has been a big role model in my life.
Do you have any other acting role models?
Well, I do, yes. Acting, this is not a very dramatic show. It is fun, but it's not, very dramatic. But growing up, my biggest role models have always been people like Tom Hanks, Jared Leto. My favorite actor is Leonardo DiCaprio. I've always looked up to him. And my family and friends have always motivated me to where I am right now. So I thank them.
Let me ask you something very scary, both of you. Molly,
okay.
Dancing, is that anything that's going to be in your future? Maybe as a hobby or a career even?
I might continue to take dance classes, but as a career, no. I don't see that for me.
Nate, hobby, career, what's acting going to be in your life in the future?
Well, I'm not exactly sure what I want to major in just yet, but whatever I do, whatever field I go into, I want to minor in theater arts, whether it's musical theater or theater in general. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to have it in my future.
Well, that is awesome. Right, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank
Molly
you.
Scheffler, the student choreographer, and Nate Horner, the lead, Troy Bolton in High School Musical. And remember, guys, that is April 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. That's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right?
It is, yeah.
April 21st, 22nd, and 23rd at DuBois Area High School. That is High School Musical. Thanks for joining us.
Stay tuned. Coming up, we'll take a look at mock trial right after this.
Hello again. We are back in the studio. We're here with mock trial now. I have Dominic Gregorio. He's of no relation to me, as you can see, and Larissa Miller. They are both
Also of no relation.
Yes, both members of the mock trial team. You guys pretend like I don't know anything about mock trial. Just tell us about mock trial.
All right, well, mock trial is a student organization in which we receive a court case, and we have to act it out in front of a real judge with real jurors. With this, we act as lawyers, and we also act as witnesses.
You do.
So we're basically litigating a case that's imaginary, but it's in the state of Pennsylvania.
People get together and write it. They write
Yes.
the case. They write all the character statements.
The mock trial committee, they write a case and they write statements for each witness. There are 6 witnesses. Each team gets to play 3 witnesses and 3 attorneys. And this year it's about a drone crash.
It's very heavy stuff.
It's very current. It's always a very current case, very current issue in each case.
Right. And okay, so you guys are both attorneys then?
Yes.
What's Dom? What's your position then? What do you do?
I'm a defense attorney. I just, I have to question my witness. I have to question the other team's witness much more aggressively. And I also give opening statements, which means I prepare the jury for the trial with my elegant voice and wording.
And both of you actually have received sometimes they'll have the team present a certificate to the other side of who they thought the best attorney was, who they thought the best witness was. Both of you has received the certificate for best attorney.
Yes, we have.
I'm aware.
Very
Very good
nice.
job. Very good job for that. So these great attorneys, how did you guys get started? Larry, start us off. How did you get started in mock trial?
Well, I was in 10th grade English, and Mr. Taylor pulled me aside because we were doing 12 Angry Men, and he said, "Hey, you like to argue?" And I was like, "Yes, this is a true statement." And he's like, "Oh, I think you should do mock trial." So I kind of got roped in there.
I actually remember this was
established that
happening.
way.
I was in the same class, and Mr. Taylor, I remember he gently urged me, and then pulled me in to mock trial, and that was there forever. It's a great time.
Yeah, I started out on the B team, a sad little lawyer that didn't know what I was doing, and then we ended up going to states.
I started out sadder. Let's be
There
clear.
we go.
It's awesome. Now,
I started off obviously on a bang.
Of course.
My brother, whom you've probably never heard of, told me in sophomore year that he was enjoying mock trial and that I should try it next year. And I was very skeptical, but
I think I told you to do it.
yeah,
Then you had no
told me
choice.
to. You told me that I didn't have a choice, and I was like, well, I think I'm doing it, so calm down. And you said you have no choice, so I continued to have no choice.
you're
But
your
we did
attractive
choose to
brother,
come
right?
back.
It was your attractive brother. that
No,
asked you.
not that one. No.
The even more attractive one. We'll leave it at that. Now, what do you say? Some people say, "Oh, mock trial is debate team." What do you say to that? Is mock trial the
Well,
debate team?
If you like to argue, you should be in mock trial. But also, it's not necessarily just the debate, because it involves actual legal rules and legal procedures that are a lot of fun to deal with.
It's not so much debate in that there's more than just a singular thing. There's the witnesses that have to memorize their statements and portray a character. There's the lawyers where we have to know the rules and object to them. We have to make our opening and closing statements. So yes, we debate, but it's more than just debating. There's an entire system to it.
And the other thing about it is that you build your own case, so it's not just, here's a debate topic, is it yes or is it no? It's
Right.
here's a case.
It's
and
about
how are you
really
going
acting
to
like
systematically
you're in that
prove.
legal system.
And the judge will rule on different decisions or objections that you make, but the jury overall rules on who wins the case depending on who they thought portrayed their evidence the best. So there isn't really a yes or no answer, because
The
the way
jury, right? There isn't a yes or no answer to who technically won the case, but there is who presented it best.
Right.
So the jury is a bunch of scorers, people who are either lawyers themselves or they've been in the mock trial program for a long time, and they score each individual part of the trial, each person, on a scale of 1 to 10.
Right.
How well did you do, and then you add up all the points, right, to see who got the win in that case. It's not about yes or no.
Right.
Who won the trial.
Of course, we get lots of nines and tens here at DuBois. And that's how we scored the 4th most
Okay.
points overall at states.
But states. We went to states, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
You were there.
I was there. You were there. You were there.
I was.
How did states go? You just said we had the 4th most points out of the entire state. But there were 14 teams.
14 teams.
Yes.
Our power ranking was 10th since we had a loss against what became the state runner-up. But our points ranking overall was number 4 in the state. So we are amazing.
And that was 14 teams out of what, 300 some.
We ended up being in the top 4%.
We are definitely the
So-
best public school in Pennsylvania. Everybody else was
Not to brag or anything.
not to brag,
But slightly bragging.
but
little
also
bit.
very much to brag.
All right. I think I have one question about what do you think about the direction of this country in regards to what the tax rates are today, but I don't think we have time for that. So thanks for
really
joining us. And this is the end of our mock trial segment. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.